Welcome. What is up? Welcome to This Week in the Mixer, episode 16, Super Bowl preview, season wrap-up edition. Bet you fuckers thought you were done with me. Well, here we go. Postseason edition. This Week in the Mixer. Let's see how this goes. It's been a while. I want to apologize for not getting this out sooner, not doing it during the playoffs. During the fantasy playoffs, the last few weeks of the regular season in the NFL, but work gets insane around mid-December, and it lasts until like the end of January, like now, and just don't have the mental capacity to be working my ass off in there, and then trying to be just above replacement level, producing these videos, these wonderful. A whole like 5 minutes of production work goes into this. So yeah, it's really taxing. But enough excuses. Those are for Saints fans. Here we do things differently. So let's get into it. We're gonna go through the semis first since we didn't recap those. We had Sean taking on Anthony in one semi, and Mason against Matt. Seems like ages ago. In the other semi. So let's get right into it. We'll start with Anthony versus Sean first. So Anthony had a decent day. Matt Ryan put up 26. Todd Gurley had a big day, 33 yards, or 33 points. Probably back before he got injured. That actually might have been the game that he got injured in. Fitzgerald went out with 15. So Anthony's guys did all right. Had a costly bagel from Lamar Miller. That's no good. Tyreek Hill only put up 8. Allen Robinson only put up 8. Kittle, after destroying me the week before, followed it up with 8 points on his own. I cannot remember these stats. Ends up being 110 for Anthony. You definitely want more in a semifinal, especially going up against Sean. How would Sean finish out his season? Jared Goff got him 13. Kamara got 22. Justin Jackson, a decent spot start. I guess that was one of the games that Gordon was out. He got 16 points. Michael Thomas got 11. Robert Woods got 15, Kelsey 13, Big Ben 15. Redskins D had a pretty nice day with 14 points. Good stream start, I would assume. And sorry, I forgot to say earmuffs. The R-Words defense. The R-Words defense had 14. I didn't mean to offend anybody out there. Got to keep things PC. So Sean's team they were workmen all year. This is the low output for Sean at 127, but when you have a good draft and you have some solid producers on your team, even in their off days, you're going to end up with a competitive score total, and that's what happened here. Sean's team did enough, although nobody went off really. Maybe Kamara with 22, but even then, that's kind of towards like maybe the middle of his out. That's like I'd say that's probably a little below his average. But Sean gets it done, 127, 110, moving on to the finals. Next up, Mason versus Matt. Mason got 20 from Mitch, 9 from Saquon, 20 from Jalen Samuels, 20 from Julio Jones, 14 from Diggs, 15 from Evan Ingram, only 8 from Drew Brees, who went up against Carolina that week. I don't remember him having an off week, so that's kind of a strange stat. Bears defense got 9. Landry only got 6. But it amounts to 121 for Mason. Kind of the same thing goes for Sean. These two guys have been right up at the top the whole year. Anthony too. But Sean and Mason have been kind of trading off whose team looks the best the whole year. And even in a day where some of his producers like Drew Brees and Saquon hit their low marks, the rest of the team did enough, hitting about their averages to put them at a competitive score, 121. Matt was riding a little bit of a hot streak. He was looking to go back-to-back. How did it go? Russell Wilson got 20. Fournette got 8. Tariq Cohen got 14. T.Y. 13. Randall Cobb, 6 points. Tyrell Williams, who I believe Matt hailed as being the one who's going to make the difference in this game. He got 13 points against Kansas City for the Chargers. I know Mike Williams ended up with, I think, 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion score. So really disappointing that the wrong Williams scored there for Matt. I mean, you just hate to see that. I know Damian Williams, he went off in that game too. I think he might have put up close to 40. So a lot of Williams scoring. Unfortunately for Matt, not Tyrell. Just hate to see stuff like that. Eric Ebron carried Matt a lot of the year. He managed 1 in this semifinal. Deshaun Watson got 24, so a lone bright spot. And Ravens defense got 7. So wasn't enough for Matt. Total 106 on the week. His hopes of being the first Mixer member to go back-to-back goes down in flames. He'll have to settle for the 3rd place game, which we all know isn't that a, you know, I consider it prestigious in a sense. It's really underrated. That's what we'll say. And Matt will have to settle for taking on Anthony there in the 3rd place game, one of the classic Mixer rivalries, which I don't even remember how it turned out. I think Matt won 3rd place actually. Spoiler alert, but I didn't put in the scoreboard for that in this recap. So sorry guys. So yeah, that's it. We have Sean and Mason in the final. I just realized Matt had Damian Williams on the bench in that semifinal game. That's just, I mean, you just hate to see stuff like that. You just really, I mean, you just hate stuff. Hate to see stuff like that happen to such a good guy. All right, moving on to the final. We have Sean versus Mason. How would it go? Who would be the Mixer champ for the 2018 season? This one wasn't even close. Spoiler alert. We'll start with Mason first. He got 20 from Drew Brees, 18 from Saquon, 15 from Jalen Samuels, 12 from Julio, 9 from Diggs, 11 from Landry, 16 from Evan Ingram, 24 from Andrew Luck. Bears defense chipped in 7. Total of 132. It's pretty good. I mean, I'd say that's maybe a little below the average winning score this year, or maybe right at the average. But when you're going on in the final against maybe one of the best Mixer teams ever, you're going to want to put up more than that. So how did Sean do? Pretty well. Big Ben threw for multiple touchdowns and probably over 300 yards. Do not remember the stats, but we're going to give him that. 33 points. Kamara got 26. Marlon Mack got 10. Michael Thomas had a big day, got 28 points. Juju got 21. So that stack, Big Ben Juju stack, really worked for Sean there. Robert Woods, 27. Underrated receiver. Travis Kelce got 10. Goff got 18. R-Word's defense put up 3. All in all, Sean stamped his mark on this season with an exclamation point at the end, getting 176 out of his squad and taking down Mason for his first title. Went from Sally to champ, I believe, 176 to 132. I think he's the second Mixer member to do that, to go from worst to first. He really deserved it. Sean drafted a hell of a team. I still think he's a fraud. He's a phony. He's like Saul Goodman from Better Call Saul. He just flies under the radar. It's all a scam. Tries to say he doesn't do his research, and then just drafts one of the best teams the Mixer has ever seen. really good job. I mean, what can we say? Hats off. It's deserved. He's a first-time winner, so we like to see that. We like to see a new name on the Dirk. It's really a shame. I mean, you just hate to see that it wasn't Matt's name up there again. You know, it's just you just, I can't say it enough. You just really hate to see that. Congrats, Sean. Well deserved. I mean, you did deny my dead dog's name from being on the Dirk, so hope you feel real good about that, and that you don't at all think about that every time you see the Dirk, how you denied a poor innocent being from the other side of being immortalized on a trophy. Anyway, congrats to you. Congrats to Alexis, I suppose. Now the home decor will no doubt be at a higher taste level with that glorious trophy there, front and center. We expect mini pictures in the off season. Don't be a trash champ like Matt and not send pictures of the Dirk throughout the year. Be sure to rub our faces in it how you want it, despite the amount of hours or lack thereof that you put into researching. This is your duty as champ, and I would expect nothing less from you, as you wrecked the regular season, to wreck us in the off season. That is it for the 2018 season. We are now entering off season mode, so I think I'm still gonna do some of these videos here and there when appropriate, you know, maybe after draft season, maybe when we have a prop coming up, or after a prop result. We got Super Bowl week. Maybe I'll get in a little Super Bowl talk. First off, I want to give a shout out to myself for destroying you guys in pick'ems. Truly, just like we saw Sean do one of the best performances in the season for his team, we saw myself, you guys witnessed myself crush pick'ems this year. I can't remember, I was definitely top 500 in the country for pick'ems, and at one point I was top 200. I got a little ballsy towards the end. I started to pick some big upsets. I was trying to jump up maybe into the top 100, so some of those didn't break my way. Ended up dropping a few games, so fell down to, I think I ended up like 460th or something. But anyway, so I get to pick the random prop. It's probably gonna be a racing prop, auto racing prop. Spoiler alert. I know Alonso's doing Indy 500 this year, so that might be fun to do that again. Maybe do Le Mans. It depends, you know. I got the kid coming around right around the time of those two events, so trying to add on to my advantage, maybe with a little bit of paternity leave, a little bit extra studying time, right? I mean, kids, they don't take that much time off of your hands, right? So yeah, I mean, they sleep all the time, so it's a baby. I mean, I'm just gonna be playing video games, starting my Twitch stream up, and studying for this prop, right? So yeah, that is the plan. There's always a chance to change. I really liked what Jeff did this year with the basketball prop. Maybe we do a timed run, but I don't know. I don't want to be a dick to you guys by making you do that. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Let's get into a little bit of Super Bowl talk. Patriots versus Rams. Really actually do hate to see the Patriots there again. I hope the Chargers were going to put up a better fight against them, but I don't know. Belichick's the game plan master. He just came out and controlled that game against the Chargers like it was nothing, and the Chargers just weren't prepared for it. I think the game against the Ravens went a little too well, and they're like, oh, we'll just do the same fucking thing. It worked so well. We got the defense figured out, and Belichick was like, yeah, it's not going to work. And they didn't adjust. They had a chance. There was a pick six when they were down, I think like 20, but it was only halfway through the third quarter or something, and that would have made it a 2-score game. And I think it would have been a lot more interesting if they would have got because it would have been a pick six. If they would have got a stop on the next drive, they could have been within a touchdown. But I mean, that was a blowout. What can you say? That Rams Saints game was tough to watch. I was rooting for the Saints. I saw that pass interference play. Yeah, it was bad. Helmet to helmet too. Refs blow calls all the time. Saints fans do have the right to be upset about it, and they'll forever have that, but I don't know, just seeing people expect like the commissioner to come out and like, I've seen people expect them to say, oh, we need to replay the game from there because of that missed call. Like, you're crazy. I mean, it happened. What happened. You can't go back and change it. It just set a stupid precedent. People who honestly think that should happen, I don't know what. They're just disillusioned sports fans, which I mean a lot of us are. But yeah, I think it's time to move on. You can still bring it up, but to continue to feel, I don't know, but to continue to have anger about it is just it's unproductive, in my opinion, I guess. And yeah, I still think the two best teams are in the Super Bowl. Patriots definitely the class of the AFC. Rams have been there all season at the top of not just the NFC but the NFL. They hit a little rough spot towards the end of the season, weren't clicking as much, but they got going there in the playoffs again. Gurley and C.J. Anderson, really powerful 1-2 combo. Goff, when he has time, is doing pretty well. How do I see this game playing out in the Super Bowl? Well, we got the prop sheet coming, so I don't want to give away. I don't want to tip my hand. I do have some opinions. I think the game, I think it's going to be decided by who scores first, to be honest. I know it's a cliche. It's like a Stephen A. cliche, all the talking head cliches, but I just think if the Pats get up early, they'll be able to control it and go after Goff. And I think if the Patriots let the Rams score first, it's more likely to be a shootout, and I could see the Rams just boat racing them to a win. So, also in the news, getting off of football talk, really looking forward to Sunday, but kind of more in the news right now is the Padres offseason and all these free agent names that are being thrown around. We got, Harper, Machado, JT, how do you say his last? Real Mato. I'm sorry. Confession bear. I don't pay that much attention to the AL, especially, I think he's a Marlin, right? Especially like the shitty ass Marlins. But yeah, he was an all-star, so probably should know how to say his last name, but that's okay. It's also names like Mike Moustakas being thrown around. So yeah, how do we think this is going to happen? I mean, normally I would say this is all just bullshit, that they're probably not going to sign anybody, because I'm pretty pessimistic when it comes to Padres. But just the number of names that are being thrown around for the Padres, I can't see them not get one of these guys. If I had to say who it would be, it would probably be Real Mato and maybe Moustakas, and hopefully they get Will Myers out. I'll be happy. It's not that I don't think Will Myers is a good player. When he was the first part of the craziness that our GM AJ Preller started in that crazy day when he was in the PB hotel or whatever, where he signed Kemp, Myers, I can't remember who else. James Shields. Will Myers is my favorite player heading in. I liked him more. He was young. I liked the way, I liked his swing. I liked the way he looked on the field. I thought he was going to be the real deal, and it seems like he's got the talent. He's just lazy. It's like, he makes an all-star team, and he's going to be the home run derby guy, and he brings out his brother to throw for him. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, do you I mean, I get that it's an experience that you want to share for with your family, you know, not necessarily trying to make a huge deal out of it. But man, come on, it's like a home run derby in front of your home crowd, and you bring out your brother just so you can. I don't know. It was a red flag to me, and I thought he was a little lazy before then. And then, I mean, the whole white queso, saying that the Mexican food in South Carolina is better than San Diego. I mean, I don't know. This guy's judgment is highly questionable, and I think he's good. He's even said it to people. That's why they've changed him positions. It's because he gets bored out in the field. So it's like, come on, man. You could be so much better. Put in more effort. Be an annual All-Star. And help this team out. And I see him getting shipped off, change of scenery, and probably tearing it up. But he's just not going to do it here. As far as if Harper's coming or Machado's coming, I honestly feel like the Padres are being used as a pawn in this game with the teams with real money. I saw something, I mean, we're seeing all the same Twitter rumors that they have the highest offer for Harper right now, but I mean, I just feel like with all this smoke, it's probably coming from the agents, and they're probably just trying to drive the price up for the teams with the biggest pocketbooks. And he's going to wind up on a team that is going to grossly overpay for him, because that's what these agents do. And the teams had kind of banded together to stop that. And with free agency on these two players lasting this long, I guess it's kind of worked. But ultimately, I think the owner's going to cave. FOMO's going to kick in, and somebody's going to overpay, and it's not going to be the Padres because they don't have enough money. But doesn't mean they can't have a good season. They could get some of those other players. I think their over-under is at like 77 wins this year. I'm going to Vegas in a few weeks, so I kind of want to put a bet on that, but I'm still not sure where I want to bet. I mean, the natural pessimist in me wants to go with the under, but as we know, life is too short to bet the under sometimes. So I guess, you know, they're our biggest home team, so I'm hoping for the best. Definitely expecting the worst, but yeah, what else can we say? Go Padres. I got to get back in there. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully more to come. I'm not sure what the first prop event is after this Super Bowl event, but March Madness, so maybe we'll do a March Madness one, because that's fun, talking Aztecs basketball when they're probably just going to make the NIT. So yeah, guys, that's it for now. Catch you later. Let's get it.